Hello my darlings. So today we're going to look at menu planning. So no matter what event you're hosting, you want to have a menu plan, and that is no different when it comes down to Christmas events or any other event like that. You want to have a plan. You want to know what you're going to be doing. You want to know how many people you're going to be catering for. And then you're going to want to have things done as far in advance as you possibly can. For those in the US who do Thanksgiving, this is something that you would do for that. So first off, you want to decide what events you're running and how you're going to be running them. If it's going to be a sit-down meal, you want to plan what you're going to be having so that it's all pre-arranged beforehand and you have literally everything that you need for that. You need to work out what each person is going to be eating. For a younger crowd, you're going to be looking at more food because they are more energetic and go through more, let's be honest. If you're looking at catering for the older part of your family, they're less likely to eat as much. But a good rule of thumb is having 1.5 portions per person of whatever you are having. That way, if someone gets a bit hungrier, then no one's going to go without. So for us on Boxing Day, for example, we do a buffet or just picky foods all over the place. We have picky foods everywhere. Okay, so what you want to be looking at is if you've got a medium time event. So for us, people usually show up around 11, 12 o'clock, and then they're kind of dissipating around about 4 or 5, right? So say a 6-hour event. So that's a medium time event. You're looking at about 8 to 12 pieces per person of food, okay? And 4 out of 5 of those you want to be hot things. So you have a really good split down the middle between cold food and hot food. You also want to have a really decent variety. So you have a look at who you've got coming and whether certain people eat a certain way or if they don't. But to be able to cater for that, you want to have hot, you want to have cold, you want to have meat, you want to have veg, you want to have seafood, you know, that kind of stuff. And just bits that people can pick at in general, you know. Charcuterie boards are always fun, but they can be a bit wasteful as well. Not gonna lie, really wasteful. But, you know, there are other things you can do with the stuff later on, let's be honest. But having a nice little mix of this and that is a really good idea. And if you plan ahead, instead of being stuck with buying 6 prawns wrapped in phyllo pastry strips that would cost you, if you bought them, about £8.50 for 6 of them, you can buy an entire 1.5 kilo bag for £15 and make your own, and maybe make 5 or 6 different things all together so that you don't have to do that, and you've got enough for everybody. So if you're doing, say, for example, you're going to do a hot chocolate buffet, you know, sort of like a hot chocolate bar, and you're going to have lots of little munchy cookie things and stuff like that, or just a sweet buffet kind of thing, which you can add to another type of buffet as well. You're not going to want to have more than 5 varieties of cookies, 3 varieties of sweeties or candies, and 2 cake. Anything more than that, and you are absolutely going over the top, you're putting more pressure on yourself than is necessary, and it's a lot of food that's going to go to waste. I mean, in our case, you know, trying to get to the big cake that gets made is a little bit difficult because, you know, we have one person who takes the whole thing away with them. You know, because they get the munchies. But in all honesty, it's all kind of part of the fun, right? So think about what you're going to be doing. Think about what everybody else is eating. If you're going to do a breakfast one, think about what you want to do for breakfast. Don't make it more complex than it really, really has to be. but work out your menu. Then look at it. Not on the same day. You're going to look at it tomorrow. And you're going to look at it and think, yeah, maybe not. Or if there's dishes that you haven't tried before, like side dishes and stuff that you think sound really good, test them out now. Now you've got the chance to test them out. If you wanted to try doing something like, I don't know, a scallop potato recipe that you wanted to put like a herbed cheese in rather than a normal cheese, or whatever you wanted to do to make it a little bit different, test it out on your family now. See if they like it now. See if you like it now, because it's not all about them. Let's be honest, you've got to enjoy it too. And if you like it, cool. And if they don't, you know not to serve it on Christmas Day or whenever you're having this event. Yeah? So this is why we're menu planning now. Let's get it all done, out of the way, and we'll see what happens tomorrow.